to play a game.
It's time for hide and seek.
Run, run, run!
What's going on, everybody? Jared here with another hide and go seek movie review. Now, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell icon to stay up to date on this channel's newest content every single week, and it helps me out. So I went out to the movies, and usually movies don't come out on Tuesday nights, so this was a special occasion, and I went out and saw the new sinister hide and go seek film, Ready or Not. Grace couldn't be happier after marrying the man of her dreams, but there is a catch. She must follow the family's tradition and participate in a sinister game of hide and seek. So does Ready or Not pack all of the devious fun from the childhood game? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of this rich, family, luxurious tradition that's a little bit weird in the comments down below. Now let's get into some of the good. I absolutely loved Ready or Not. I mean, from the whole setup of this luxurious, rich family, and then bringing someone new into the family, some new blood in there, and then having them play this childhood game of hide and go seek, and obviously there's a sinister angle to thing, kept everything, fun, somewhat grounded, tense, and really on the edge of your seat for that, 90-minute runtime. I mean, I remember playing hide and go seek when I was younger, and that tension, that fear of someone catching you is real in this movie. But going back to the fun angle that I mentioned earlier, the characters are these snooty rich people, and they're borderline stereotypical. One has a drug problem, one is a drunk, one is just bragging about fancy things like, oh, we had to take the last charter back from Istanbul. Coupled with their witty banter and sassy attitudes, all of this really keeps you invested in all of these characters. Some shine a little bit more than others. I would say that the two standouts, one of which is probably Brody. I mean, he is just wallowing in alcohol. He just does not want to be there at all, and he's just basically sarcastic as hell. I very much connected with this character. But Samara Weaving as Grace is the shining light here. She absolutely glows. She is wonderful. From the dialogue, the acting, the physicality, she is, again, the main character, so we're following her through a majority of the movie, and she leads it, no doubt. She does a phenomenal job. I mean, I'm not too familiar with what else she has ever done, so I mean, she's someone to definitely keep an eye out for. Plus, she looks identical to Margot Robbie. It's insane. Australians, I don't know what you're feeding people over there to create such beauty, but please keep it up. And again, the reason I enjoyed almost everyone here was because the witty writing and comedic tone present in a lot of this movie. I mean, from the few aspects that I mentioned about the tradition, I'm not going to go too far into that, but some of the characters in this movie kind of stop too, and they're like, what the f are we doing here? Or some are flipping coins to take care of a body, or some are, making fun or asking someone, or for example, there's someone gets shot in the face and they're like, oh, well, that's a shame. It's almost like the characters are a little bit self-aware, but not enough that they're breaking the fourth wall or anything. And moving into the opposite side of the spectrum, into the violence, I'm not a big fan of hyper-violent movies. There's definitely some violence here, but the way that they crafted all of the, kills or injuries and whatnot was very brutal. It's raw. You see it on screen. But again, like I mentioned, it's coupled with this comedic tone, so there's some stuff that happens that's very brutal and hard to see, but you just have to laugh about it because of the ridiculousness of everything. Lastly, I won't go too deep in here. That's what he said. But after thinking about this movie, there are several different ways that you can interpret it. There's a lot of different messages in here. There's social class, family traditions, in-laws. There's a bunch of different ways that you can interpret this. Like I said, you could make a full video just diving in deep, in depth on some of the aspects that they bring up here. My biggest takeaway is don't get married. That's basically it. Just never get married. Man, I really enjoyed Ready or Not. There aren't any major issues that really stick out. Maybe a few pacing issues where it's too slow, a little too fast here or there. There's some conversation points that I thought maybe would have been elaborated a little bit more. Or Andie MacDowell's southern accent that goes in and out. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I was just hearing things. Definitely, if you noticed that she had an accent and then didn't have an accent, please let me know in the comments down below. Overall, Ready or Not is a bloody good time at the theater. It's got this unique, fun idea that sets everything up, and then the characters, the comedic tone, the violence, the brutalness, the bruteness, I don't know if that's a word, but a few nitpicks here or there. I'd recommend checking out Ready or Not. Again, this is a fun time in the theater, and if you have not seen a trailer, I'd recommend not watching anything, not reading anything, going in clueless, blind for the best experience. In closing, I'm gonna give Ready or Not 4.2 out of 5 terrible in-laws. So what did you think of Ready or Not? I wanna know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, you know, movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy skits. I think later this week, I'm gonna be reviewing Angel Has Fallen, maybe Peanut Butter Falcon, and then early next week is another brand new episode of Movies and Nonsense. Subscribe down to my channel there, it helps me out, and until next time, I'll see you later.